having grown up with Disney animation films, I'm one of those people who's kind of perturbed about this constant remaking in live action. If there's something different about the live action, I completely support it. And there have been some that have been great. Lion King was very good, and there have been some that were not great. Not the biggest fan of Cinderella, although I do love HBC as the fairy godmother. The Jungle Book is one that took me, I think I saw this in 2018 or 2019. It was originally released in 2016, so it took me a little while to get around to seeing it. But I have to say, it's got to be one of my favourite Disney live-action remakes. There is another Jungle Book live-action from Disney, I think 1994, give or take. I don't believe I've seen that one, but needless to say, I've had a look at the trailer and things, and needless to say, the CGI in the 2016 version is so much better, and it is phenomenal. I don't want to compare the live action to the animation too much, because they are technically different films, and you can certainly watch the live action without having seen the animation. But there is something so beautiful about the animation quality of the animated version that it will always hold a special place in my heart. I miss the days of that style of animation. Things are just too technical now in Disney animation. But certainly the CGI in this live action is incredible. So in case you're not familiar with the story, I'll read the description from IMDb. After a threat from the tiger Shere Khan forces him to flee the jungle, a man cub named Mowgli embarks on a journey of self-discovery with the help of Panther Bagheera and free-spirited bear Baloo. So all of our favourites are in there. The CGI quality of the animals is incredible. I would have loved to have seen this in the cinema. Maybe one day I will. But the narrative is very, very similar to that of the animation. I haven't read the book by Kipling, so I can't say how it compares or which of the two films is most like the book. If anybody has read it and can comment, please feel free to. I'd be very interested to see how it compares. This one's directed by Jon Favreau, and I think it's an exquisite film. It's very well edited. We have some beautiful shots. The dialogue to me didn't stand out too much as anything particularly amazing, but there was nothing bad about it either. It is what it is. We have all of our favourite songs in here. To name just a couple, The Bare Necessities, of course. Trust in Me. What else do we have? We also have I Want to Be Like You, which is, I absolutely love that song. It's just so uplifting and a lot of fun. Really brilliant soundtrack, beautifully recorded. Absolutely love it, no complaints. CGI brilliant, narrative great, pacing great, music great, voice cast brilliant. So we have quite an amazing voice cast. So Mowgli is played by Neel Sethi, who does an absolutely fantastic job of this character. Obviously we all have an image in our mind of what we expect from Mowgli as a character, and I feel like this was a pretty accurate one. Bill Murray is Baloo, Ben Kingsley is Bagheera, Idris Elba is Shere Khan, Lupita Nyong'o as Raksha, a character I wasn't familiar with. Interestingly, Scarlett Johansson is Kaa, and there was a lot of discussion about whether Kaa should have been turned into a girl, Kaa being a boy in the animated version, but I don't see any problem with that whatsoever. I think, the role was played very well, and I think the casting was really good. Christopher Walken voices King Louie, which I just think is absolutely fantastic. And it really is an absolutely brilliant, brilliant voice cast. The official animation was released in 1967. That's just crazy. That's older than my mother. It's just really weird to kind of think about. The film is brilliant. It also won an Oscar. It won the Best Achievement in Visual Effects, and I completely understand. It also won the BAFTA for Best Achievement in Visual Effects. It won Best Fantasy Film at the Academy of Sci-Fi, Fantasy and Horror. It's got multiple other wins. Most of the wins are based on the visual quality of the film, and I fully support that because it really is absolutely stunning. It's stunning to watch. If you're familiar with the Jungle Book story, I think you'll really enjoy it. If you've never seen the Jungle Book, I would like you to watch the animation version first, just because I feel like that would be the easier way to do it, but it doesn't really matter at all. I might have to check out the 1994 live action, which I've probably seen at some point, but I can't remember it. However, despite my initial predilections over Disney remaking everything constantly, I have to say the Jungle Book is pretty amazing.